So I wanted to keep it somewhat light. So obviously the first story is about a man that has broken the Guinness World Record by balancing 85 spoons on his body.
Right. Now, what do you mean by balancing? Just resting?
Yeah, I think you've got to be stood up. Because obviously if you're lying down, it'd be too easy.
Right. I see, because you just pile them all up.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this whole thing relies on you having...
A very sticky body.
Yes, a very kind of... Yeah, I guess sticky is the word.
I don't think you're allowed to add any sort of stickiness to your body. It has to be natural stickiness.
Right, you can't just lather yourself up in honey.
It's like, it's like athletes taking steroids, right? If you're a spoon balancer...
Right.
You're not allowed to use, spoon balance enhancements.
Right.
Like putting honey all over your body.
How? So he's got two of them very low. Down. Like between his nipples.
I think the beer gut is holding them there, right?
Right.
The presence of the beer gut.
So what we're saying is that someone who's got a very specifically shaped body...
Also, none on his head.
No, I mean, do they not count?
I think it must be torso only as well.
A lot of them are sort of around his neck, though. So if we've got a picture here, and it looks like a man wearing kind of a very half-assed piece of metal plate armour.
It's like some sort of tribal ceremonial armour made of spoons.
Yeah, around his neck and just sort of... It's kind of, it looks like feathers almost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a headdress or something running down his chest.
Yeah, sort of indigenous American sort of...
And there's definitely a lack of spoons in certain areas. Like, so he's got his arms bare, the sides of his chest.
I thought you meant geographically.
No.
It's very difficult to be a spoon balancer
if you live
in certain parts
South
of the world.
America.
Because there is, in some areas, there is a shortage of spoons.
It's people like this guy being greedy, taking them all. But no, obviously there must be a specific...
Oh.
There's a lot of things to unpack here. First of all, one...
There's a lot going on.
Obviously, it's the type of spoon, obviously, it's going to matter. You want to use lightweight spoons, I guess, that are quite... Again, like as the spoons get hotter, they probably fall off. Also, when you've got that many spoons attached to you, I'm guessing you have a servant, like this woman here, who seems to be the person...
She's helping the application.
Applying the spoons to him. Yeah. So he's not even putting them on himself. And as you mentioned, you could build your body in a certain way where you work out certain muscles, right? What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
To make like shelves.
Do you think this Iranian gentleman, because he's from Iran, or Iran, if you're American, do you think he's been working out like his pecs?
His gut.
I mean, because a lot of them aren't going in the pec area, right?
Yeah.
He's been working out that part of his body for his spoon balancing.
To build, like, areas where you could hold and support, like shelving. If you've got, like, specific muscles, because that's what bodybuilders do.
Wouldn't women be at a great advantage for this? The breast havers.
I see. Well, there must be a separate...
If you are generously breasted.
Mm-hmm.
When God made you, you were front of the line when he was handing out mammary glands.
Right. Where are you going with this?
I'm going a bit Alan Partridge, Lewis.
So,
I'm going a bit Alan Partridge.
Are you saying that? But there's probably
then
rules.
There's more room for the spoons.
Yeah, I don't see why.
Because it's all about the incline, right?
Yeah, and I guess the general stickiness.
So the broader your shoulders, that gives you an advantage, right?
Maybe women are just not as like sticky as men.
I think we're looking for a large-breasted shot putter. It's quite stout, broad shoulders.
You're thinking of trying to beat this. Are you trying to find a woman?
I think we need to find a woman.
Are you looking for a new girlfriend?
Yes. I want to find a woman that can break this record and bring it home.
That's your dream woman.
It's coming.
Why don't you apply?
Because the football, we're not bringing the football back. But I think spoon balancing, we've got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, they've got...
England's got a shot.
This guy's got 85.
All we got to do is 86.
And yeah, you're right. Like, the fair agenda probably does have an advantage. If they're willing to, you know, go for it. Do you reckon they've shaved? Do you reckon he shaves? Do you reckon he shaves like?
I was going to say because he's
waxes.
Because he's Iranian,
wax.
he probably would have to shave. But then there are different ethnicities there. But there are certainly very hairy men in that part of the world.
I reckon
very hairy men.
This sport must be fraught with controversy, right? Like,
because what if you just use your body hair to just tie a spoon?
Yeah.
Just make little loops.
Does that not count? I guess not.
It's not really balancing, is it?
There must be rules too. Like you can't have a hot bath and get all sticky before you do it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to have a lot of like...
Your sweat, you know, you work out a bit beforehand.
You've got to get real clammy, but not too clammy.
Do you think it'll go into the... It doesn't look like it really goes into the rules here. They must have rules somewhere.
Or else, what's the point? If it's not fair...
I mean, we could literally just get...
I want to know the rules.
Who in the office do you think? Because, I mean, I'm starting to think I would be a good bet for, yeah. And I don't want to be the one to do it.
Would you be willing to let Joe wax your upper chest area?
Because our tall gentlemen in the office are also sort of rake thin as well.
Oh, I see. So what you're saying, Joe is big, but...
Joe and Barry.
Barry's big, but skinny.
Maybe we could just find someone else to do it. You know, we'll take out an ad in the local press in Bristol. We'll find a local Bristolian that has the right build to beat that record and bring it home.
Okay, no.
For England.
For England. We're not doing it for ourselves.
Or Wales.
Or Wales, yeah.
Just for England, specifically.
Okay.
Right,
so that's out.
What else is in this story?
That's plenty.
He's been balancing spoons on his body since he was a child, which...
feels totally normal.
I mean... You've got to have a hobby, haven't you?
Well, you know, yeah. He's a spoon man.
No, a spoon man is someone that plays the spoons.
He probably does that as well. Probably bends them.
Like Uri Geller?
Yeah, he probably does all the spoon stuff. He's a spoon man.
Every meal he eats uses a spoon.
He's aligned with the spoon. You know, some people, you know, their destinies are entwined with certain things.
Yeah.
This man.
Like you, for example?
Yeah.
What object would you say your fate is entwined with? An inanimate object. Maybe not a single one, but maybe, you know, because this man, it spoons. It's just the idea of spoons. Anything spoon-like spoons. Not a spoon, but spoons.
Yeah, he can like detect a spoon at like
is it
10 paces. He's like, there's a spoon there.
That seems almost overpowered. Spoon detection.
There's a dishwasher, there's probably a spoon in there, he'll say.
Oh, I've lost my husband's golden spoon. It's worth 5 million, whatever the currency is in Iran.
Don't worry. Abdullah Saibo Faisal Musmadi.
Not even close. Not even close. I think I wasn't close. You even further away.
I can't read it. He's available. He'll find your spoon for you.
Abul Fazl Saber Mokhtari.
Well, yeah, we don't want to get his name wrong. He'll be angry.
The previous record was 64.
Nice.
I'm sorry, do you think the sex number's 64? There we are.
No, I was just saying nice.
Okay, right, yeah.
I thought it was a nice number.
I think it's just a nice story. Nice.
Very nice. This was a very...
Sorry, I just realised this is a nice story.
This is a nice... It's very happy. It's a happy thing. See Potok.
It looks like it's not just spoons.
What do you mean?
Anything. I mean it. Any object. Anything that has a surface I can stick to my body, such as plastic, glass, fruit, stone, wood, and even a fully grown human.
He said. Oh my God. I think I've seen that. Him like sticking a fully grown human to himself.
I think that was the gay porno. You were watching.
I'm pretty sure I've seen something.
Did he have...
Oh my God, Simon.
Bleep that out. Bleep that out.
Oh my God, Simon. Please bleep all of that out. For goodness sake. Man finds nightmarish Grim Reaper ice figures
More than one.
outside his house.
There are 2 Grim Reaper looking figures.
Can I have a look at them? Right. Okay. So what we're seeing is one of those scenes where someone is taking a picture outside the house and all the leaves on the tree are all frozen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of already looks a bit weird, but there is what looked like some sort of cowled figure, all made of ice.
Grim Reaper famously wears black.
Yes, and this
black
is
cloak.
white, obviously, but it is in the sort of shape of one of those kind of grim, cowled statues. Looks like the Dark Portal.
It looks like he's melted.
And he obviously he doesn't have a scythe or anything.
No.
So I mean, it's not perfect. But how the fuck? Sorry, did they just appear? That's quite creepy. Or was there something there?
Oh my God.
There's more. There's more strange ice figures appearing. And this one
How
looks
does this
creepy.
happen? How does this happen?
Well, that one looks like it's got something in it, though. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's on a fence post and the wind has blown
The ice and water in a strange angle.
So the water's melted and then it's refrozen. I think that's why it looks so weird, because it's melted and then it's frozen again.
It's so chilling. Do you get it?
What?
It's made of ice. It's chilling.
You're as cold as ice!
But this sort of stuff can happen in the north. You know, have you seen The Terror? It's a very, very spiritual place. Very mysterious. It could be like the old...
was it Erebus and the Terror? Was it the two...
Erebus.
Erebus, the 2 old battleships.
Yeah.
They were trying to find a way to China or something?
Yeah, to India through the Northwest Passage, yeah.
Very weird.
And they all were
fucking
lost.
died. They all fucking
Were lost
died.
with all hands.
Yeah.
And some people think it was something mysterious. The old, what's it called? There's like an Inuit spookums, spirit bear thing.
Wendigo or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I think it's called an Inubis or something. I can't remember what it's called. Something creepy. What's it called?
But
you know?
It's nothing to do with the fact that they had all these tinned goods and the tins were made of lead.
Yeah. And
they just died.
Yeah, and they had like they had like a water boiler, didn't they? Which was like a brand new. They had
to make tea.
Well, obviously British.
Tea, yeah.
And apparently that was put a lot of lead into the old water. Everyone was full of lead back in the day. That's why they were so made of men of metal. Different kind of
Men
metal.
of metal. Oh,
Yeah.
that's clever.
Thanks.
Very clever. On the first formation, I thought this is Jack Frost, Old Man Winter, Father Christmas, or perhaps even the Grim Reaper.
Right. So I suppose I suppose when you have something like this, it's a little bit like looking at a cloud. You know, you don't know it's nothing until you give it something. And so maybe this shows that these people see the Grim Reaper like a Rorschach test, but other people,
Pareidolia, is it?
yeah, might see a smiley face.
So there is literally, his neighbour has a lamppost, and this is where it is. This is where it's on the lamppost.
Yeah, that makes sense. That other one must be some sort of "do not swim here" sign or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like no fishing.
But the weird thing is, he showed his daughter the photos, and she said that she recognised the pictures as spirits from her dreams.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So there's a bit of evidence of it being...
Is that evidence?
Yeah, of it being...
Does that count as evidence? What does this do?
Yeah.
That's just the next story.
Evidence, yeah, or just speculative opinion and garbage.
My
Two
youngest
sides of the
daughter...
same
Wait, he's
coin.
Canadian, isn't he? How do Canadians speak?
Like Americans, but nicer. More gentle.
My youngest daughter previously told us she'd have nightmares when sleeping in her lakeside bedroom in the old cottage, such that she'd sleep on the couch at times. When I showed her the pics of the ice formations, she was stunned. She told me the dejected-looking figure with head bowed was the image she had been tormented by in her dreams. It's been liked on Facebook 1,900 times, Lewis.
Well, that obviously, again, gives a bit of credence to the story.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that means, you know, if the angel of death looks like this when he/she comes to get me, I'd be running on water away from it. Should I be running on water away from it? Are they Jesus? I'm confused about that. What that means.
What would you do though? Right, you wake up in the morning. You put the kettle on. You're gonna make yourself a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
As you
the kettle
walk to the
is frozen into the shape of a horrific Wendigo snarling at you.
I was gonna say, like, as you walk to the kitchen, your eyes catch a glimpse of something out of the window.
Ah, right. Sorry. Your bin.
You notice your neighbours have all put out their recycling boxes, and you've forgotten to do so.
Oh shit!
And you think you can hear a lorry.
That's all.
That's the real horror.
Your heart beats in your chest. There's no way you're going to make it.
Oh, God. And you're not wearing any clothes either. You're fully nude.
God. No.
Sleep in the nude,
you've
right?
got the duck slippers on, haven't you?
Right, okay. What?
The duck slippers.
Do you sleep in the nude? You don't, do you?
Sleep in duck slippers.
I'm trying to remember when we lived together.
I have bottoms.
You had actually very traditional looking pajamas, didn't you?
Yeah, old man. I don't like the tops though, because the buttons tend to like.
Oh yeah, get on your nipples. Me. Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer the bottoms is enough.
Yeah.
Keep everything like
with a nice drawstring, just to make sure you don't.
It's nice to be wrapped up and have everything. There's nothing flapping around, nothing loose. You don't really rolling around having nightmares about this kind of stuff.
Right.
With your cock flapping around.
Flapping around?
And your balls just loosely
what the fuck?
Flapping about. Well, it's maybe a problem that's unique to me.
I'm just thinking, when you get like a bag of like Satsumas or Baby Bell, and you eat all but 2 of them, and you've got a mostly empty bag, and then at the bottom you've got it weighing it down. I'm imagining that's the kind of situation in the pants.
Yeah, but with a banana in there.
Oh, they'd get caught. Like
exactly. You just want to make sure they're like locked down in the pajamas. It's good. It's cozy.
Lock that shit down. What would you do though if you just saw death outside your window, just staring at you, and he like slowly raises his arm and points towards you?
I'd be like, fuck. It's my time. I've got to go.
You wouldn't be like, I've got to take a fucking picture of this. Where's my phone?
You wouldn't run for it,
and do a selfie.
You can't run from him.
Oh, fuck. A selfie with you pointing towards, out the window.
Death. Is that your first resource? My first resource is not.
You could do a TikTok, right? You'd have to find a song about death.
What's death's like?
Don't fear the Reaper.
Emote. That's right, he's not coming.
Look out the window. You've got a spoon. You're hitting the kettle with it.
If you can see death, does that mean he's coming for you, though? So would your selfie be of nothing, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because he's not coming for them yet.
Because death's like a vampire. Doesn't have a reflection or anything.
No.
Can't capture him.
It's just if we saw...
camera.
If death was at the door, I would be like, oh, thank God he's here for Simon. Do you know what I mean? Not for me, obviously. You're going to go
first.
But
I don't see anyone there, Lewis.
Exactly. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, it must be for me then.
Oh, must be your time.
It's my phone.
Well, you've led a good life.
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
Are you?
Well, it's been fine.
The important thing is to not get depressed.
In heaven?
No, when you look back on your life.
When am I doing that? Now?
Yeah.
For a moment?
Yeah, well, you've only got a few moments, and then death's gonna
Well, I
open the
can
door.
put up with depression for a couple of moments. It's not been. I mean, I've had many years of it.
Do you not want a little bit of joy in your final moments?
What do you mean? Just what? Why? How?
Here, I want you to take Daff and put him between your legs. He is quite warm because he's been between my legs for the last half hour.
Is this the experience that I wanted?
There we go. And then you cross your legs.
Oh, across them.
And then it's like you're scissoring him.
Oh, he is quite soft. It's kind of quite a soft. This is apparently something you're supposed to do in bed. You're supposed to put a pillow between your thighs. Have you heard of this? It's good for you, apparently.
I bet it is. Oh, right, yeah, pillow, and it's like Asuka from Evangelion, right?
What?
You got like a body pillow, or a. I'm trying to think of literally anyone from anime, and I couldn't think of anyone.
You're thinking of someone from anime.
Asuka, that's the only name that came to my head.
Cloud.
Eren Yeager.
Sephiroth.
You've got an Eren Yeager body pillow, and you have him between your thighs every night.
Yeah. Him.
Him, yeah.
Okay. Is that from Attack on Titan?
Eren Yeager, you smell like a baka.
What are you saying?
It's a TikTok.
I don't know.
It's a TikTok.
I'm not as with it as you are.
Yeah, so cringe. We're both so cringe.
I saw a tweet today
Yeah.
from Aldi.
Oh, yes. Oh, the one that said Cunny B. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Nowadays, brands have some hip young idiot running their social media, and they all talk to each other like
We've
they're
got Hearn,
teenagers, right? A hip young idiot. No, Hearn's definitely hip and young. He's smart. He's maybe too smart to run the social media of these people because they're all so brainless.
Because in the olden days, we used to have like typos throughout it when Davith was doing it.
Yeah.
Not the dog.
Real
the Welsh. Why is his face wet?
No reason.
Okay. Sorry. So what was this tweet you saw from Aldi?
Well, Marks and Spencers have been suing Aldi about Colin the caterpillar, hadn't they?
Which is a cake.
Which is a cake.
In the shape of a caterpillar.
And obviously everyone has their own Colin.
There's own brand versions.
Yeah, there's like Kathy the fucking cucumber or whatever. I don't know. They're all other ones, right?
And then there's what was it? Cuthbert.
Ugh, I couldn't remember. Anyway, Aldi tweeted like, "Oh, thank God, Cunny B is now free," or whatever his name is. Or was he Cuthie C? Fucking, I couldn't. I was like, I hate this stuff. And it was like hashtag free Cuthie C.
They're gonna get that trending.
I mean,
get the hashtag out there.
I was just like, who is calling? How is this happening? Why is this happening? That we are in a world where... Can you imagine the
judge in court and they're like, okay, Your Honour, we have a cake in the shape of a caterpillar and this other company also has a caterpillar-shaped cake and we are suing them for stealing the idea of having a cake in the shape of a caterpillar. And the judge is just like... What?
Which one of you is Cunny B? I've read about you on the TikToks.
Aren't you a rapper?
My children love your cakes.
His children are like 40 something. Come on.
My grandchildren love your caterpillar cakes. Why can't you all just get along with each other?
Like caterpillars in real life.
They're delicious.
What?
I love eating them. Picking them off the garden. Don't you?
When I was a child, I went out for lunch with Mater and Pater. And we went to a restaurant in Covent Garden. I ordered
Cunny Bees. That's what it was called. Run by a lovely old lady named Cunny. Don't have many people with that name anymore. It's gone out of fashion.
What's it short for?
Cunnilingus.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why I asked. I ordered the house salad. and within the salad leaves there was a very fat caterpillar.
A very lucky surprise.
Staring up at me with his big old eyes. Do they have eyes? Presumably.
I assume so.
I picked him up and I said, Peter!
What is this?
What is this?
There is a caterpillar in one salad. And my father...
He had the waiter whipped.
No. He said, don't say that or else everyone will want one.
Oh, and how we laughed.
Yes.
Anyway, he made me eat it for being naughty.
And ever
For
since
making
then,
a fuss.
I've had a taste for the little grubs, the little green gremlins who infest my cabbages.
Oh my God.
And I chow down on a bowl of them every morning, and it keeps me young and sharp. That's what the juries tell me.
Do you have milk with them, Your Honour?
That's disgusting.
Sorry, I don't know why I asked.
Anyway.
No, I have horse piss.
That was another event that happened during my childhood.
How did that happen?
Well, I was in the stables one afternoon.
Oh, it was a very hot afternoon.
Very hot.
The sun was sweltering
And I
down.
said to my pater, Pater, I'm very thirsty.
I could do with a glass of lovely warm lemonade.
Or Beaujolais, or whatever we drink. And my father said to me, well, I don't need to repeat the story. I'm sure you understand where this is going.
Yeah, it's probably best you don't go into the details of a horse's cock and a child. It's probably best you leave that out.
Yeah, that's not...
Don't go into details about that. In horse-related news, Lewis,
Simon.
there's this story about a grandmother who was issued a restraining order because she saw a horse that she felt looked sad and she wouldn't stop feeding carrots to him.
Oh, okay. My first question:
Yeah.
does feeding carrots to a genuinely sad horse make it happy?
I would think so. Yeah. Carrots are quite sweet, quite crunchy. It's nice.
Are they? Are they like a treat? Oh, so are they bad for it?
No,
Are they like too
healthy?
So that's
Actually, they probably shouldn't eat a diet of just carrots. That'd probably be bad.
is the horse on a diet? Then
Is it a fat horse?
right.
Is that why it's sad? Can you imagine? I'm like sat outside a cafe. I've got like a notebook.
You're looking
I'm one of
sad.
those wankers
Oh,
that doesn't have a laptop, but is actually like physically writing something down
Wow.
in a coffee shop.
is it modern
And
day?
you see them, and you just like, oh, you piece of shit.
I quite like that.
Yeah,
It's better than everyone being on their
knew you
phones. Oh my god! What?
So I'm there in this cafe. I'm outside, so people,
You're me.
passers by, they're walking by.
I'm you. I'm looking sad.
No, I'm me.
You're you.
I'm me.
I'm walking by.
Yes, you're walking by. You see a sad Simon. I'm just, my face is just naturally resting, and you just assume that
And
I'm
I'm
sad.
walking this route every day past you, and
every
I
time-
see you every day,
yeah.
and I see you looking sad.
And every time you see me, you just give me a Jaffa cake.
I see. I put it on the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
And I move it up to your foot.
You gotta be careful with the thumb.
Yeah, you gotta be careful
with the thumb, otherwise I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Clean off.
They have that's happened.
Yeah. Don't
Very
hand
straight.
a horse food like that.
No, you have to tuck
Fucking
your thumb.
Get the thumb the fuck out of the way.
And yeah, every time I do it, you smile. A little just for a second. How do I know you're happy? How do I know this horse is happy about the...
You can tell when a horse is happy or sad.
How would it show its joy?
They're like
perk
somewhat
up?
intelligent creatures. They move around. They can be animated. You can tell when they're happy and
in the
excited.
same way, sad. How do you tell the horse is sad?
Sad. I think that's a bit tougher because it might just be tired or.
But do you reckon it's giving her the sad face? Do you know what I mean when she comes by? Exactly. And she's like, "Oh, poor boy." And then it gets its carrot.
Give me the fucking carrot.
Yeah.
Come on, Carol. No, what's her name?
What is the
We
problem?
got a name. Blah 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 blah. Margaret.
Margaret Porter, 67, thought Nelson, the chestnut gelding, was sad looking.
Oh, gelding. That's why he's sad.
And had come to the view that he was so underfed that she began giving him carrots, despite being explicitly told not to by his owner, Suzanne Cook. Right. So, is she going on to... If she's just on a public footpath and the horse is coming up the fence and she's giving him carrots, is that a problem? She's just leaving the carrots on the public bridleway.
No, if she's feeding someone else's animal, like that's a pretty big no-no.
Right.
Shouldn't be doing that.
What about like a cat then?
Shouldn't be feeding other people's cats.
Right.
No.
What about... What if it looks hungry?
Like, the thought of other people
if you could see
feeding
its
my
rib
cats
cage?
upsets me because they'll
Really?
just get fat.
What-
than they are now.
What about like... What if it looked sad though? What if the cat came at you, it looked really sad, it was like thin and scraggly looking?
I would say telling the emotions of a cat is a bit harder than a horse.
But it would be
even,
cruel
but
not to feed it. You know? But then again, you
They'd just be crying.
did tell.
Carly cries a lot.
Right. Oh, God.
And I'm like, I literally fed you 2 hours ago.
Right. So it's just...
The fuck do you want? I'm like sat on the toilet. Like, what do you want?
That might have something to do with it.
Because I know the neighbours can.
That's
I know
what
the
I'd do
neighbours.
if I saw you on the toilet.
And then you come up through the Jaffa Because I know
right
the
up.
neighbours can hear my cat because
Complaints.
there's
several
been,
complaints.
There's been a morning where she's been crying, going meow meow, and
Police have arrived.
I've heard two of the neighbours' kids go meow meow,
Oh,
like back to her.
Okay. Do you have little treats you give them? Because that's the difference between is this woman feeding that horse a bag of carrots, or just a carrot a day?
There seems to be quite a lot to this story. It's not just about giving her giving the horse a carrot.
It's one of these local stories of. Yeah, we really should read it rather than speculate. We do this all the fucking time.
The feeder, Margaret.
Is that what we're calling her?
Yes. The feeder, Margaret. She is. She really does think the horse is perhaps being abused. She's called the police 3 times and called the RSPCA once because she thinks the horse is like being mistreated or something.
Neglected, not given treats and rubs and.
But it's just
sad looking.
It's just a horse. It's just a horse.
Right.
So she was arrested.
She was arrested.
Yeah, the feeder for harassing
the horse
owner.
The horse owner.
But she's been in court before. She assaulted her brother with 3 sticks of rhubarb.
That's a very village thing to do, isn't it? What does that mean? She was in court for that.
She was hitting him.
Shove him up
with 3 sticks of rhubarb.
Okay.
Presumably she was making a crumble at the time. Like, what else do you do with rhubarb, really?
It's poisonous.
Well, parts of it are, aren't it? Isn't it?
The leaves.
Yeah. Don't eat the leaves.
Yeah. That'll get you. Village life. What a tale. What an interesting bit of villagey, gossipy nonsense. What do we need to take away? What do we need to learn from this story? 1.
A horse may not be sad. Just because you think it looks sad, the horse may just be fine.
That's with people too. And sometimes that horse may be sad, but actually you can't tell because it looks happy.
Don't feed other people's animals.
I think if she had just given him a little half of a carrot every day on her walk, it would have been fine. But it sounds like what she's been doing is messing around, causing trouble, being a.
Yeah.
You can bleep that, Alex.
I decided to give him a few carrots.
Yeah, a few. That's like bucket load, though. That's too much.
Dozens of carrots lying in the field. Dozens. We get up to dozens of carrots.
She's just chucking empty. She's
Yeah,
chucking.
presumably she's just chucking them over the fence.
See, this is the problem. Everyone needs a treat.
There's a sign that says, "Please do not feed my horse." Nelson, that's his name.
He's fine. He's had his breakfast.
He just looks sad. He's not actually sad. He just has a face.
You should get a little sign
like Grumpy Cat
next to you.
Rest in peace.
rest when you're sitting at the cafe. You should have a little sign up next to you that says, "I'm not sad. I just look like this." And then people will stop feeding you or throwing just packs of Jaffa cakes on the floor.
No, they all feed me by hand.
But one is okay. One is a treat.
Yeah.
A packet of them thrown on the ground in your
I'm trying to think how many I literally ate before recording.
sabotage.
I think I had half a pack.
What I'm saying is I'd be unhappy if someone was feeding my Simon packets and packets of Jaffa cakes. Do you know what I mean? One's okay as a treat. You can give him one as a treat.
Simon can have a little Jaffa cake.
Yeah, that's what I'll
As
say.
a treat.
As a treat.
Look how much of this story there is.
There's a lot of this
Look how
story.
fucking much there is to it.
It's so rich.
Jesus
It
fucking...
just goes on. What? Give me the good bits.
I'm tired of this happening. I'm worried she may make my horse ill. I don't know what she's giving it.
Carrots.
Well, what if they're poisoned?
What?
Well, you don't know.
She ain't trying to. She's worried about the horse. She's not trying to kill the horse. This is two people worrying a lot about a fucking horse.
RSPCA inspector.
I care more about your horse than you do. No, I care the most about my horse.
Oh, God, it's that, isn't it?
Which one of you is Cunny B? I'm sorry. That's a. I'm sorry. All right, that's enough.